The marketing for the Smile movies has always been my favorite part about them. They literally paid people to go to baseball games and sit there smiling all creepy like. This time around, since the main character is a pop singer, they made an actual album of songs you can listen to, and there's billboards of just the singer. It's always fun when movies do this. In case you've been living like Patrick Starr and have no idea what Smile is, well, you better shut up, sit back, and listen, because I just saw Smile 2 and I have some thoughts. Also, you should sub and that would be cool. The Smile movies focus on what they call the entity. Is it a spirit, an alien, demon? We don't know, but it acts like a parasite, which means it lives off a host. Ever since I was a kid and I found out what a parasite was, the concept always made my skin crawl. I thought I had a little bug inside my ear and it freaked me out. The parasite in this movie is way worse than any bug getting lost in your ear though. It thrives off making you insane. It works like a cycle. Okay, buckle up and stay with me. The person who has the Smile entity sees horrible visions of a smiling person following them and doing horrendous things. Sometimes those things are real, sometimes they're not. It really makes you go insane when you see something happen and everyone else in the room looks at you like you're crazy. That's what these movies do really well. That's psychological torture. The entity does that to you for 7 days. Once the week is up, it kills you in front of a witness, and that witness becomes the new host and the cycle starts again. The first Smile movie I thought was pretty good. It wasn't great in my opinion, but by no means would I say it was bad at all. I thought some stretches were really boring, and it didn't help that it was jump scare heavy, which I'm very against my horror movies having cheap jump scares. But that ending, dear lord, that ending, that keeps me up at night to this day. So of course when that movie made a good chunk of change, the studio wanted a sequel and would be willing to give a bigger budget. Parker Finn is the writer and director of both Smile movies. The first one was his debut film after doing some shorts, and I gotta say, it's really refreshing for a new guy to come in and have a clear vision. It's not like he came in and was like, yeah, let's play this safe and do whatever it is these guys are doing. He's original, and that's nice. Also, I just found out Finn is doing a Possession remake, which is crazy. Naomi Scott plays the main character in Smile 2, and she's best known for playing Jasmine in the Aladdin remake and the Pink Ranger in that Power Rangers movie that unfortunately never got a sequel. She really carries the whole movie. It feels like she didn't have to go so hard, but she did. And it makes everything more believable, especially since her character has a lot of depth and emotional backstory to her. Kyle Gellner is amazing too. I mean, he's amazing in everything. He was just in this year's Strange Darling, and I also just saw him in Dinner in America, both crazy movies, but he was in the first one, so he's in the beginning of this, and it's such a great opening to the movie. I don't remember the name of Naomi Scott's assistant, but I thought he was pretty funny in the small part he had. And do you remember that old actor named Jack Nicholson who played crazy and smiling characters? Pretty fitting that his son, Ray Nicholson, plays this character. Ever since that first trailer came out, I thought it was such a brilliant idea to have the main character be a pop singer. They have a history of breaking down and going crazy, so to have this particular concept follow that character is so fun and works really well with elevating the story. It could have been more of the same, following a regular person just with different scares, but Parker Finn really wanted to go bigger and get crazier with it. And yeah, there's a lot of jump scares, which I've made known that I hate. But when those jump scares happen, they are a flash of the scariest thing you've ever seen. There's one jump scare that takes place on a bed that actually made me feel panicked. But there isn't just jump scares, it also uses crazy stalker fans. Something obviously scary is someone being there when they're not supposed to be, like a stranger in your house. But this plays more into the fact that she's famous and uses that a lot. There's some great twists too, even one that I didn't really see coming, even though I think I should have. In the first movie, they actually used practical props for the final monster, and they continue that trend with what looks like a stop motion sequence at the end, so that was really cool. My favorite scene by far was when the dance troupe appears in her apartment, the most fun, scary scene of the year. But unfortunately, even though I liked a lot about Smile 2, it's a little over 2 hours. There's seriously no need for that. It could have easily been an hour and a half. So that means you got a middle that drags on for too long and an ending that I kept thinking is going to cut here. Okay, never mind. Still going. Okay, it's going to cut here. Oh, never mind. We're still here. It could have saved at least 15 minutes off the ending that just kept going and getting too crazy. So in the end, Parker Finn wanting to go bigger and better really hurts the third act with not enough material to really keep the second act from truly getting engaging throughout. He kept wanting to advert our expectations, but it got a little tedious. Also, nearly every character besides the main girl is very flat, which isn't a big deal, but I just wanted to point it out. They use the R rating very well here. It's very, very gory and bloody. Lots of smashed faces, skin peeling, skin ripping, exposed bones, all that good stuff. Most of it is done practically and really well. I would definitely recommend for you to see this in theaters. It's a great time with friends, especially if you're a fan of horror movies or the first Smile movie. It does a lot to elevate the concept of the first and stand out from the rest of the other movies in the genre. While a little slow, jump scare heavy, and a weak third act, it delivers a deeper story with great scenes that will stick in your head. How it follows someone who isn't crazy but everyone else thinks they are is a lot of fun to watch play out. Smile 2 is definitely the go-to scary movie of the year. 4 stars.